Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Lauren with Coffee Cake Quilt Company, and it really is Christmas in July. We had our Lello Boutique subscription box in the beginning of the month. We just had our Open Gate Quilts subscription box yesterday, and now we have our Sew Sampler for the month of July 2025. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. First, we have our insert here. It tells us Summer Love, July 2025. There's lots of great things to show you here on the back, so I want to go ahead through all of them. There is the Autumn Nights Quilt Along with Fat Quarter Shop every year. Hopefully you can see this. It's so awkward. Every year they put out a Halloween free quilt along, and there are quilt kits available on Fat Quarter Shop's website. It also looks like we get a 15% off Aurifil thread. Of course, there is a code for that I cannot show you. And then there is a free pattern here. Let's see if I can get that in a non-awkward way. Oh my goodness. We do also have our foldable insert here. It tells us the contents of our box as well as the price of each item. I'll go ahead through and total it up at the very end and let you know what our savings was. Just as a refresher, if you haven't seen this video before, this box is $29.95, and then obviously tax wherever you're located, and then shipping is $4.99. Okay, our first item here are just some standard Wonder Clips here. This is a 10-piece pink set of Wonder Clips by Clover. It does retail for $6.98, and it says Sew Sampler got it first, which is really interesting to me. Maybe it's just the color that we got first, which will be on the Fat Quarter Shop website pretty soon. So these pink Wonder Clips by Clover are the same amazing clips that you know and love, now rocking a fabulous pink hue with their wide openings, flat bases, and handy measuring guides. They're the ultimate multitaskers, perfect for binding quilts. Yes, that is exactly what I use mine for. Let's see what else. Securing thick layers and more. This exclusive pink shade from Fat Quarter Shop is a beloved favorite, and we can't help but smile every time we clip with these beauties. I've actually never noticed measurements on them before, so let me just go ahead and look at these really quick. This is what the back says. You can see that. Now let me see really quick. Okay, that's so funny. I've honestly never noticed these measurements on the back. So let's see, that first one there is the 3/16 mark, and then you have a 1/4 inch mark, and then you have a 3/8 inch mark. And then if you go the whole way to the inside of the clip here, they're saying that is a 1/2 inch mark. So actually, now that I'm looking at these a little bit further, what's really interesting to me is when I clip, I actually use the front. So like if this is my fabric, I clip like this, right? But if the markings are on the back, I'm wondering who actually clips like that. So like, are you gonna clip a 3/8 inch mark like that? Is that what you guys do? Let me know how you use these down below. All right, we have more thread. So let's see, this is a large 50 weight Seabiscuit 100% cotton Mako thread by Aurifil. Nice hefty spool here. This is retailing for $13.98, and it says our love affair with thread is a summer fling that lasts forever. This 50 weight Aurifil thread, spun in Italy from dreamy Egyptian cotton, is a quilter's closest companion worldwide. It's silky, smooth, and super strong for breezy sewing sessions. Packed with 1,422 yards of off-white creaminess, it's the perfect pattern or partner for any pattern. I don't want to set you guys up, but this box is lacking a little bit so far. So let's see, hopefully it gets a little bit better. So here we have a Frixion black fine liner by Pilot. This does retail for $1.98, and it says every quilter needs a strong, dark, and handy fabric marker. Meet the Pilot Frixion fine liner. Its smooth, erasable ink glides over fabric like a dream without snagging or pulling. The secret is thermosensitive ink that vanishes with a swipe of heat or friction. Just grab your iron and poof, they're gone. Perfect for half square triangles, applique tracing, and all your creative quilting adventures. Take a look at these online, the reviews, because Frixion typically is not a permanent erasable solution. A lot of people have mentioned that they left their they left their quilt out overnight in their car when it was freezing or something, and then they went out to their car the next day, got their quilt, brought it inside, and all of their marks reappeared. So definitely do your research before marking your quilts. I, for one, will never mark my quilts with these. I prefer the blue markers that you get, the blue fabric markers. So just pro tip, and be cautious. All right, here we have our fabric. This is Romantica Curator with an 8 fat quarter bundle from AGF, so Art Gallery Fabric Studio. This does retail for $29.48, and it says the set of 8 fat quarters, known as Romantica, is a stunning selection from the Curator collection that will take your breath away. Featuring delicate floral designs by AGF Studio for Art Gallery fabrics, it combines gentle pastels and blossoms with modern texture and style. With the premium soft, silky smoothiness from Art Gallery fabrics, this collection is bound to sweep you off your presser feet. That was a cute one. All right, so let me go ahead and open these up. I will show these to you, and then I'm also gonna put the whole fabric collection up here if I can find it. First, we have this floral. We have this. This is kind of hard to see. There is kind of a line feature here of maybe like a teal. All right, this is probably my favorite out of the fat quarter bundle here. Personally, I don't really see how stars go with this collection, but you know. Okay, and there we have it. Definitely romantic and sweet, just not really my style. Here we are. Next, we have our Serenade quilt pattern. This is by Fat Quarter Shop. They wrote the pattern. It does retail for $9.98, and it says, "We composed this Serenade just for you. This symphony of a quilt by Fat Quarter Shop hits all the right notes with the Carpenter's Star Quilt Block, perfectly harmonizing with the Romantica Fat Quarter bundle in this month's box. Pair them up for a duet that will become your song of the summer." Limited finishing kits are available at Fat Quarter Shop. As always, I will go ahead and put those links down below, as well as for all the items in the box. So here's what you're gonna need for your quilt. I know everybody likes to see these requirements ahead of time, especially when the listings aren't necessarily available yet for those finishing kits. Okay, this does finish at 56.5 by 56.5. Finally, we have our flowering quilt along block number 4. This month's flowering quilt block is ready to bloom. Let your creativity run wild as the sampler quilt sprouts into a true forget-me-not stitch by stitch. If you missed one, all flowering block patterns will be available at the Fat Quarter Shop. Retails for $4.98. I'm not going to show you the pattern, of course. This is actually a cute one. I'm not making this quilt, but I feel like I'll keep this block in my stash, just to kind of, my stash of patterns that is, just to kind of have it on hand if I want to add it to a quilt design. All right, well, that's all I've got for you guys. Let me go ahead and total this up and see what we saved. All right, so I went ahead and totaled that up. We came to $67.38 for this box. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and subtract the actual box total, not the shipping. People have come at me with different options of how to calculate this value. And if you're actually just taking the cost of the box and not the shipping and tax, here's what our savings actually were. So $37.43, we made out pretty darn good, even though it felt like we didn't at first. Let me know what your favorite item is down below, and I really enjoyed doing this unboxing for you all. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great one. Bye.